Hey, I'm Jules from Jules Life Coaching, and I wanted to tell you why I'm so passionate about coaching and helping people. I was in the corporate world for a lot of years. I was a marketing manager. I was doing the treadmill of life, ticking all the boxes, the car, the house. I was even searching for that perfect relationship. I had these high standards for myself and often others around me. And I could end up being disappointed because they could never meet my expectations. But I was in this circle of being on the treadmill and thinking, well, shouldn't I be happy with what I've got? That I was too afraid to think about jumping. And I was worried about what people would say. And probably topmost, I was worried about failing. Like, what if I failed? But I had this driving desire within me to help people. And I wanted to live life on my terms. I wanted to have a laptop and just travel around the world. And I wanted to coach people. Like, I knew that was what I was good at. I was already doing it with people in my life and the people around me. But I was scared because I had this financial security that I would have to let go if I wanted to have the life that I desired. So at one point, I just thought, what's wrong with me? Why aren't I happy with what I've got? Why can't I be happy just doing the 9 to 5 and that would be enough for me? But I realized that I was trying to live this perfect life that didn't exist. And I was an ice queen, like the ice queen from Narnia. I was looking for happiness in all the wrong places. And when I had that moment, I just started to cry. I didn't know where else I was going to go from there. I was just sobbing. And then in my mind, I knew that I needed support. If I was going to make massive change, then I needed to have support around me. And luckily for me, I had an amazing friend in my life who was starting to do group coaching. And I signed up for her coaching straight away. And it was crystal clear to me that coaching was going to keep me committed to me figuring out how I could find that internal happiness that everybody talks about, right? And I could take the actions and the goals, and I was accountable to a group of women each week to say, did I or didn't do it. And this got me on the road where I consumed so many self-help books, spiritual books, science books. I was all in. I was just searching for things that resonated with me, things that were going to help me to stop the chatter in my head, to stop these high expectations, to stop trying to be perfect, to just quieten down everything that was kind of going on in my mind. And that's when I started to get results, because I was taking the books I was reading, and because I was actionable in each of my coaching sessions, people started to see a difference in me. I was like, I dropped judgment, and I didn't even think I was hugely judgy, but I was. And then it just spiraled that whatever was happening within my mind just seemed to be bringing all these really great people into my life. And so it was this sort of domino effect. And then I realised that the secret to stopping the chatty mind is that you have to do small things like every day. It's the compounding effect of being aware and doing stuff that's going to get you where you want it to be. And so then I had a plan. I was like, this is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to help people. I'm going to tell people that you can quieten down the noise in your mind. And I did my coaching, and then I learned even more about how to, use routines and things in your life that just kind of would really help you. So then I just got even more excited about it. And I started coaching people. But the problem was, I had read so many different books, and when someone was coming to me and I was coaching them, they were like, well, what's good for this and what's good for that? And I was just like, oh yeah, this book's good and that book's good. And everyone was kind of like, oh, can't you, isn't there just one book that would do everything? And I was like, no, not really, because I kind of had so much knowledge from everywhere that I hadn't really thought about putting it all into one place and making it easy for people. So because I got kind of frustrated with people going, oh, I can't read it, I haven't got time, you know, oh, that's too long, or I was just like, okay, how can I make this quick and easy? So I wrote down everything that I did in my first year of transformation. Every sort of practice that I did, every kind of awareness that I did within my head. And because I really like things to be fun, I made them into fun games. So that helped me to stick to it, and it helped others. So I then called it A Happy Easy Life, a practical guide to a fun-filled life. But I obviously procrastinated a little bit, and a little bit of my insecurities came up, and I'm dyslexic, so I was like, how can I publish a book? And I was self-publishing. But then I realised that this book is to help people who are just like me. If I'd had this book when I started on my journey, I probably would have done it quicker. It wouldn't have taken me a year or 2 years to finally get all the transformations. If I'd have followed my book then, I would have got those transformations quicker. And so that drove me, and I published my book, which is A Happy Easy Life, a practical guide to a fun-filled life. And because of that, because I followed all of those steps in my life, I was able to quit my corporate job, set up my coaching business, and travel, even though I'm not traveling as much at the moment. But I had suddenly the confidence to realize that life wasn't as scary as I thought it was. And I was searching for all of these things externally, when truly the joy that you get is from doing the internal work. And it really doesn't have to be as difficult as you think it is. So in the end, I'm here to just help as many people as I can just stop that chatter in your head and live the life that you choose on your terms. And that's my story. Like, that's what I'm passionate about. And hopefully that's why you would come and do coaching with me, or take one of my trainings, or even just read my book, because you really can have what people say is the impossible, is to calm your mind down and get the focus in life that you need.